I'm still a ambassador.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm curious your take on this one, and I want to ask you if the Chargers are now the team to beat in the AFC.
You know, I said this many weeks ago, watch this Chargers football team, and teams peak at the right time. To me, the Chargers are peaking right now at the right time. They've won 10 out of the last 11 games. They should have not lost to the Broncos. They gave them that game. That was a game that was their game. I think that will possibly come back to haunt them. But this team is playing so good. The only thing that concerns me with the Chargers is Phillip Rivers most definitely is a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he has a tendency to throw those interceptions at the wrong time. The Chargers should have won this game by at least 14 points. I really believe that. They're playing very good on defense. I mean, and one thing you think about the Chargers, they're playing with a lot of, in a sense, backups at times, because their team is not a healthy team. They got Melvin Gordon out. They just got Joey Bosa back. You know, a guy who I really like is Derwin James. I like him. You know, Casey Hayward, I like him. I mean, they got some young players, Melvin Ingram. They've got some guys on that team that can play football. So right now, is this the best team in the AFC? I really believe that. They went down and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. At home. Came back, Pittsburgh gave up this big lead. Also, they went and beat Kansas City in Kansas City. Something I got to say, even my Rams haven't done. We haven't beat the teams we should have beat on the road. So, to me, I think this is the best team in the AFC.
Of course. Because who called it? I told him.
Called it?
I told him.
Yeah.
Oh, he laughed at me.
I did not laugh at you.
No, he did. They started the season 0-2, You want to back out of that? No, I'm going to say.
There's some due on that?
Yeah. No, he ain't got no due. We ain't got no due. We going to have some, though. Yes, I do believe there, because I believe they're the most complete team, especially if they get Melvin Gordon back and he can come back healthy. Because he can run the football. Those big receivers, they go 6'4", 6'4", 6'3". Antonio Gates is not the same guy, Skip. He can't play 65 plays and dominate the game. But you see those third down catches he came up with last night?
Looks a little heavy to me. Just
Little.
I was like, who is that?
As long as he can catch.
Yo, he can.
As long as he can catch that bread basket.
He ain't gonna get
that bread basket.
He like an old criminal. He might steal something, but he ain't gonna get you far. Oh, there you go down the road right there. But anyway, I do believe they're the most complete team in all the AFC, Skip. They do play defense. Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, so it's hard to slide the line. They got good interior push. And I've always felt, Skip, once Kansas City lost Kareem Hunt, when Kareem Hunt left, he was the third leading rusher in all of football. He made this team more vulnerable because now they can't run out the clock. These other, and you look at it last night, and see, it got flawed early on because they when he left, I think the first game, Pat Mahomes had like 70 yards rushing. And that went into the total. Like, well, see, they ain't even missing. They had 150 yards rushing. You can't count on your quarterback to give you 70 yards rushing every game like you could count on Kareem Hunt giving you 80 to 100 yards rushing. So I thought that made them very vulnerable. But with Phillip Rivers and this receiving core and the way they can play defense, you go to Pittsburgh and you fall down 16 and you win. You go to Kansas City, you fall down 14 and you win. That gives you the ultimate confidence. I still believe they win out, Skip. They'd be 13-3. They're going to be a wild card. But there's not a venue that they can't go to and win.
Interesting. Mr. Dickerson, you being the Ram ambassador, I got this schedule here of the Chargers. Is this wrong about September? Is that a misprint? September 23rd, Los Angeles Rams.
Right.
Loss? That's a loss?
That's a loss, right?
35-23. Oh, wait, the Rams beat the Chargers. Beat them down, right?
Oh, they beat them down now.
Beat them down. So, you have made a very good pick, but it ain't over until it's over, and I'm not sure it's over just yet. I do believe it's over for the Chiefs because there's something about Andy Reid teams, they fade. The colder it gets, the colder they get. There's something about a lack of physicality. There's something about all offense and no defense. Andy is a play caller. There's no defense in his DNA, right? And he likes to throw the football and he likes to pretty throw it. He likes to out-scheme you, outwit you, outsmart you. And when it comes time to just pounding the rock, and remember, last night, they're up 3 times. They're up 14-0, 21-7, 28-14. You just, at home, in December, you got to close that deal, right?
Yep.
And you have to run the ball down somebody's throat, and they were not able to. Obviously, they don't have a Kareem Hunt, but I never considered him a power back, like, right?
He's more power than you think. Skip, you know the turning point? Even though they went on to score, When Tyreek Hill dropped that touchdown, those are the type plays that gut you.
They come back to home.
They gut you because that's a 55-yard bomb, and now all the momentum is taken out of it. But because he dropped it, they went on to score. They was like, hold on, we still here. We still here. It's something about giving up those long touchdowns ED on the road that just, oh, man.
You know, but the big thing is, and you said it, you know, and I said this earlier, I said when they lost Kareem Hunt, you don't realize how big that is, not just for the team. Because, you know, when you play on a football team and you get to know a guy and he's part of your football team, he led to led the NFL in rushing last year. That's big. You're losing the NFL leading rusher, and he was having another great year.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that made him so dangerous is not that he's quick and he's fast.
Yeah.
When you're fast and but he's a football player, not just a speedster.
More power than you think, too.
He's a football player, and that when I said this team will not be the same, and I agree with you, Skip. I've said this from the beginning when they talk about the Chiefs. Say the Chiefs always start like this and they go shh, shoo. Here they come back to the ground.
They come back.
Yeah, and my big thing is I feel like that they will. I think the Chargers will win their last two games. I think they will beat the Ravens. And I think they will go up in Denver and say, look, we're going to beat you like we should have beat you the first time. But the Seahawks are playing very good football. That's who the Chiefs have to play still. I think they will lose to the Kansas City Chiefs.
So do I.
But I think they will beat. I think you never know how the Raiders going to play. They play the Raiders last. And I think if they lose one game and the Chargers went out, the Chargers win the division.
No, the Chargers are the number one seed.
They won the number one seed. So
that's the thing.
I think that's what's going to happen.
They would be the number one seed.
And you'd be home free.
I think that's what's going to happen.
But you know what, Skip? What will hurt you when you get a lead? They got a lead last night. And I remember, ED, and I know you know this. You get into a 4-minute offense. You get 2 tight ends, you get 2 running backs, you get a wide receiver. And you say, you know what? San Diego, you're not getting this ball back. When you get it back, it might be 5 seconds on the clock because we're going to run it out. You're not touching this ball. They couldn't do that last night. And they tried to, and on first down, first of all, they got the block in the back, so that set them behind the 8 ball. Now you go on first down, Skip, you get stopped in the backfield for -3. So now
Damian Williams, University of Oklahoma.
So now they know.
He got
guess what you got to do?
Program. It's okay.
You got to throw it.
You got to throw it.
San Diego know you got to throw it.
Yep.
Here come the rushers.
So here's what's going to happen. As Eric just said, Kansas City loses at Seattle, and I believe that your Denver Broncos will derail your Los Angeles Chargers in the final game. They already beat them once. It's a rivalry. They'll just think we got this. And it'll be just like New England at Miami, where the Dolphins just think they're going to win that game somehow, some crazy way, and they pulled it off. And I think they're going to spoil the Chargers' season. And that could open the door for a team you just picked to win at Pittsburgh. And that team is quarterbacked by the greatest quarterback ever. And I don't think they're going to win at Pittsburgh. But if you were right, and you've been right about the Chargers, if you're right now about New England winning at Pittsburgh, New England's going to vault right back into that #1 seed. And then you better look out.
AFC,
right?
An AFC West team will be the #1 seed in the AFC.
Well, you better win out.
I think they will win out. I mean, I just don't see them going down to Denver and losing that game. You know how it is. You look on the scale like, man, we should have beat them. We had
400 yards passing.
Exactly. How we lose to them? You saw Melvin Ingram on the side after the game. He threw his helmet down like, man, we don't lose these games.
They lost at home.
I know. And
it happens.
And I think the thing is, they're going to go up to Denver and say, you know what, we're going to put a beating on y'all.
Really?
That's the last game of the season. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
No.
We're going to beat y'all up real good. And, and when it comes to that, you're like, man, I don't want to get hurt.
Well, you know me.
I don't want to get hurt.
I was poor. If I couldn't go to the playoffs, I'm trying to keep you out.
That's it. That's
what's going to happen.
I'm like, hey, okay. Hey, what you doing next week? Same thing I'm doing.
But check it out. You're trying to keep him out. But let me say, when that game, say you down 21-0, and it's the first quarter, was you like, man,
I ain't trying to get hurt.
I ain't trying to get hurt. I ain't trying to get hurt out here. I want to go home.
A lot to think about in that moment. All right, Eric, you're going to stick around.
Yeah.
We need to know if the Rambassador is maybe going to jump on the Cowboys bandwagon. I don't know. You've been hanging around with this guy a lot. We'll discuss next.
I won't say anything.
Everybody from Texas got it.
And I won't back down.
Middleweight champion Jermall Charlo takes on Willie Monroe Jr., while junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo defends his belt against Tony Harrison. PBC on Fox, December 22nd, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
During the Ram Big Finish event, There's no better time to get a great deal on the trucks with best-in-class towing.
You make it feel like Christmas.
And the all-new Ram 1500, 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Hurry in before the Ram Big